friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my summer declutter. Yes, I did a declutter, I think in the beginning of 2020, kind of just cleansing things out. But right now, during this pandemic, summer of 2020, I've got some needs here. I've got some needs to remove some excess that has kind of accumulated in 2020 between getting 3 subscription boxes every single month, plus a few others here and there, my own shopping habits, the whole thing. I've also got stuff from last year that maybe no longer sparks joy, or stuff that I've maybe got a better replacement for, or I just don't use. And I've got some people in my life that I really want to gift these things to, especially with the weight of the world at the moment. I just kind of want to lift some people's spirits in my family and friends. So I'm going to be gifting away some stuff, or if things are expired, I'm clearly going to be disposing of the bodies, because we don't gift expired products. Ooh, nasty. And honestly, some of these products in here, I know I've told you in the past I wasn't in love with and was thinking about doing a declutter for, but there's a couple pieces from Boxycharm specifically. I'm like, did I tell you I was decluttering that already? But it was so long ago, because 2020 has lasted a zillion years, I can't remember. So I'm very quickly going to be going through a bunch of products. I've got bags on bags on bags over here. And again, tiny beauty space. I do not have the room for storage of the bodies of stuff I'm not using. So I'm not gonna go through every little detail on every piece. Some stuff I'm just gonna skim over to let you know what I am cleansing and getting rid of. So let's do this declutter together. Grab a glass of water, grab a tea, grab a snack, get comfy, because we're just gonna do a cleansing, cathartic declutter. Let's jump in. Some of these items are gonna be drugstore items. Some of these are going to be Boxycharm items. Some of these are going to be Boxy Premium and Luxe items, and it just kind of is what it is. I do love Boxycharm. I do love makeup and skincare. I think I've got a little bit of everything in here, maybe even hair care. I'm not 100% at the moment because there's so many bags in front of me. Some stuff I've just changed my mind on, or just didn't work out for me. And that's okay. I have no desire, honestly, to even go back to this, and I know my quarterly review is upcoming, but again, that's another really big video, and I don't want to just store onto stuff that I know I'm going to get rid of even before that quarterly review, so I'll mention it in that review. But this guy right here, this Touch and Soul Fill Up Orange palette, after I tried it for that video and it just kept falling apart, I've just had no desire to even attempt to use this. I mean, this has gotten worse and worse throughout time, and I've already shown you guys on camera how these middle tone shades just disappear on my eye. So this one's just gotta go. Also, I love this next brand I'm gonna talk about, and I think I've got 2 or 3 of these extras. So I love Alamar. Saying that up front, but their blushes just aren't my favorite, especially out of the wide collection that I have definitely accumulated. And a lot of you know, if you've been with me a while, I've never been really like a diehard blush lover. I'm more of a bronzy, highlighty girl. I'm a summer girl. I think that's just kind of where my brain goes as far as getting that tan, that faux shine going, the whole thing. So the Alamar blushes were something I got in Boxycharm, so I didn't actually spend money on them, but I was so excited to receive them. And I've actually gotten so many, I feel like, from Boxycharm and some of their mystery boxes that weren't really mystery boxes, they were repeat boxes. I still think off-brand, they did that wrong when I did that pop-up, because I got so many more of these that I've gifted away to some of you guys. But I've still had these in my collection. I have the medium and the dark here. I just really think it's time for me to pass these on, because I don't reach for them. They are really nice, but they're not maybe the best blush in my collection. So no shade to Alamar. I really enjoy so much of their line, but I'm going to be passing these on to people that I think are still growing their whole beauty collection, and I clearly have more than enough for one person. So I'm going to gift these away to some friends and family. These are really old at this point, and I've honestly stopped reaching for them, but they're so bulky. They've been hoarding space in my top drawer over here. And over the weekend, I did a huge clean out, and that's how all these bags came to be. So I could already, they're all actually labeled for who they're going to and everything too. But these are going in the garbage because I've had these for a very long time. These are the Cody Airspun loose powders. And a lot of you know I have loved these for so long. This is the naturally neutral shade, and this one over here is translucent. When I went cruelty-free, I discovered these are not cruelty-free, but I was just gonna keep using up what I had. But I've only reached for them every so often, and I don't think I've touched these in probably 6+ months at this point. 6+ months. That's where I was going with that. I was gonna say 6 or 7, but I think it may be even longer, so that's why I'm just gonna say 6+. These gotta go. They're kind of towards the bottom anyway. There is still some product, but I don't use these. There's no sense in keeping them, so now I can finally throw them away, because I told you, I don't use these anymore. Mostly because they're not cruelty-free and they take up so much space for stuff you're not using. Something that was in my shop, my stash, that just didn't work for me. I tried over and over again, and I love this brand. This is a high-quality, cruelty-free drugstore brand that I love so much of their stuff with. But I think they changed the formula on this foundation that I was really excited to rediscover. This is the CoverGirl 3-in-1 Outlast all day, stay fabulous, all the good things. For some reason, it isn't working for me the way it used to back in the day when I got this. This was a repurchase after they did go cruelty-free. It's just not something that's worked well with my skin every time I've reached for it, and I've tried it so often that I think it's just time to part with it. But I do love their Olay Simply Ageless CoverGirl foundation. I have 3 different colors of that. Love it. All right, I've gotten this product twice. Once from a Boxycharm, once from an Ipsy, so I've already gifted this away once in a giveaway. But this is the Wander Beauty Liquid and Solid highlighters. This was also in my shop, my stash, and I've just discovered after months and months, I don't reach for it anymore. I liked it initially when I got it, and I used it quite a bit. You can actually even see here how this is kind of worn a little bit. And as far as the liquid highlighter went in here, a lot of you know I'm not a huge fan of liquid highlighter as an oily skin girl, especially since I feel like I have some texture on parts of my skin. I just never really fell in love with this to the point that it replaced my powder highlighters. Powder highlighters are genuinely where my heart lies as an oily skin, sensitive skin girl. So after getting, I feel like a good season's worth of use out of this, it's just time to let it go. I've had it in my little drawer here for my shop, my stash for forever, and I've just not reached for it. So why hang on to it, you know? All right, some of these things might hurt just a little bit. When you're in a declutter moment and you're decluttering it all and you're putting it in bags and labeling it, you feel so successful. It's the next time that you have to come back on camera when you're reliving the situation when maybe you're not in that same declutter mind that you're like, you put this in there for a reason. Commit. Commit, Nichole, commit. But it doesn't make it hurt any less when you're a little bit more sentimental about makeup like I am. So these are 2 palettes I got from Boxycharm a long time ago, and I recently talked about the Blink one in my eyeshadow palette tag. I'll link that above if you missed that. It's a lot of fun. I just talk about all the eyeshadow palettes I have and the stories and answering the questions behind all of them. And a lot of you know I love this, but I had to shoot this part over again and kind of re-edit stuff because it was falling apart and crumbling on camera as I was talking about it, and it made a huge mess, and it's making a huge mess right now as I speak. It's just over 3 years old. It's expired. That's where this one is. It was still a really great formula, and now since I looked it up to see how much it was for that and to see if it was still available for that video, I have now seen ads for this chasing me everywhere. I'm telling you now, it's like once you look up something, it follows you forever, and I'm like, I still have this, but I know I need to declutter it. So if I do miss it, I can always repurchase it, and it's not very expensive. It's like an old friend. It served its purpose. Thank you, friend, for everything you've given me. Now it's time to let it go. I'm so brave. I'm so brave. I'm so brave. I can do this. The other palette that is very similar to that for me is another Boxycharm little trio palette that back in the day when we got Boxycharm, this was a big deal. This is the Naked Cosmetics like little trio eyeshadow palette here that had all of these vibrant colors and vibrant shades to them. Really pretty, and they swatched beautifully. And I'm not going to swatch them now because all it's going to make me want to do is go, oh, I could still use this 1 or 2 pieces. But if you've been with me a while, you've only seen me pull this out every now and again, like for a Halloween look or something, or if I'm trying to make something work again, because this was a really good formula and it had really good metallics in it. It still does, but certain shades were already starting to be more crumbly. The textures changed, so I knew it was expiring, and I got it about that same time as that other palette. So I know this is past its life, and I don't even reach for it anymore, but I just kept thinking, it's so small and sentimental to me, I can just move it around even in my tiny house beauty drawers. Why? I'm not reaching for it. I have so many other great greens now, purples and oranges, and I really liked these colors, but it is crazy expired. I don't reach for it. Time to let it go. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Also this e.l.f. powder, it's a finishing powder. I got this like at a Target or something quite a while back, and I've held on to it because I rotate through powders so quickly and I feel like I go through them so often. But this one is one that's really bulky in my drawer and I hardly ever use. It's got a little pad down here for a mirror and stuff, but this is just their finishing powder in Fair Light. I don't reach for it a lot. I've got better. So the CoverGirl ones are really what I use for over and over and over again. And I just finally got my repurchased one. So I'm going to get rid of this. I think I got this lipstick in a Ipsy maybe. This is Smoking on Screen. I've always thought the container here was really cool. It's a very vampy shade, which is really pretty in the fall. But I already feel like I have a little amount of vampy lippies that I own that I don't reach for a lot unless it is on camera in the fall or winter. And other than that, I don't reach for that kind of lip. I feel like I should more because I feel like they look so nice in that berry festival season. But I've got enough of them in here that I feel like this one just is so bulky and it keeps getting moved around. I'm just gonna let this one go. And the formula was never really my favorite with this one. This is a Kat Von D Lippie that I got from Boxycharm, and this actually won, I think, my favorite Lippie outside of Kat Von D and all of her controversies. The formula and the color of Lolita here was my favorite, and it really stuck out to a lot of you guys as one of your favorites too for I think 2018 maybe. I've not reached for this in a long time. I think it's at the bottom. It's just kind of one of those declutters where it's like, okay, we got to get rid of the old product. Bye. All right, do these last few ones hurt? They kind of do. All right, let's just get it over with. Pull off the Band-Aid, pull off the Band-Aid, pull off the Band-Aid. Which one do I do first? Let's do it this one. This is an older product for me. This is a MAC lipstick. You guys know I don't purchase MAC as a cruelty-free lover. Sam Bam 89, my first and only, I think, swap ever. She got me some MAC products before I went cruelty-free. She was so sweet. And this is a lip shade I loved a lot in the fall, but I don't reach for this color anymore. I just talking about vampy lips. And this is one of them that's starting to kind of look like it might be expired because it's getting some of those bumpies on the sides of it and everything. This is in the shade Captive. Really pretty shade. It's just I'm not reaching for it and it's starting to look like it's sweating all the time. It's because, you know, I don't use it. So I'm going to just declutter this. Right, this is the iconic London Illuminator. I'm sure this came in either a premium box or a Boxy Luxe. I do not reach for this, and as an oily skin girl, it's probably just because I've got texture to my skin and I know that this can give a really luminescent look. It's just not a go-to for me. It's messy. I don't like to be messy. So I'm just going to gift this away to someone else that I think would love it far more than I do, because I don't get into these as much as I feel like a lot of people do. Other people with different skin types do. The Dose of Colors Lippie, I talked about this in a video, gosh, a while back, that one, the top stays up so high, I'm always worried I'm gonna break it, but also it's such a pale shade, it makes me feel like I have concealer lips. This was a Boxycharm item too. I mostly used it to highlight my lips a lot, like I could even do it with this, where I just lighten this lip up just a smidge. You can use your finger, but this is kind of a wet lip that I've got going on right now, so. And the thing is I like that idea a lot, but I never use it. I don't ever do this technique unless I'm literally showing you this is what you can do with such a light lip color, and then I don't ever do it unless I'm doing this on camera for you. So thanks for lightening this lip look. It probably helps a little bit better with balancing, but I don't use this other than the twice you've seen me do that. All right, this one hurts a little bit because I was so excited for the Fenty premium box. That was my first premium box, so I was so excited. But this blonde matchsticks, I've had no use for it since I received it. And it's like a highlighter, but I've used it on the eyes, I've used it on the skin. I don't reach for it. I still have the Trophy Wife highlighter, but I feel like that's just a different version of this. And it's just, it keeps taking up space in my little caddy that I keep all of my highlighters in, and it's just eating space for something I'm not using. So I'm gonna gift this to somebody that I think would love this more than me, with probably a better skin tone that it would match better for. All right, some of these I think I have told you about before. Oh, look, here is another Alamar. Untouched, never opened blush kit. Yep. This is the other one that I got from that, I think it was, according to the pop-up, it was a mystery box, but it was actually a repeat box from the previous year. So I got another one of these after I'd already gifted one to you guys from another box, and I had my own too. So it's like, okay, these are definitely getting gifted to friends. I may have told you about these. I honestly can't remember anymore. This year has gone on forever. The Too Faced Diamond Highlighter is way too subtle for me. I think this is fun, cute, bougie packaging, but also look how thick and hefty all of this is for a tiny beauty space. It's pretty and stuff. I just never see it on my face. I genuinely have to layer and layer. When I did a video on it, and I think I even revisited it at one point, it took like 4 or 5, come on, show me something. And it just never really, it never performed for me the way that I enjoy my highlight to be. So I'm happy to gift this to someone that probably enjoys a much more subtle highlight. I think I may have even told you before, I maybe even decluttered this before, but it's still sitting here because I've been looking for someone to gift this to. This is the Tarteist palette here. It's got highlighters, blushes, bronzers. It's really nice, but I've gotten so many things from Tarte and so many face palettes that there's only so many face palettes I can keep in a tiny beauty space. So I'm happy to gift this away to somebody in my life too. And I'm also going to be doing, I've kept one of these, but this is another Ciate London Eye Luster Cream Shadow. This one is more of a purpley tone. What color are you? Cupid. It's pretty. I just don't use these a lot. I already have one of these. This was kind of like a duplicate in one of the various boxes I got. So I'm going to be gifting this away or putting this in a giveaway for one of you guys. Like one of the Boxycharm ones that I have upcoming. Sometimes I just stick stuff in there that I don't even tell you about. It's just a surprise. This could be in one of those upcoming ones because it's never been touched. It's just been in the box. Oh my goodness. One of these things totally spilled everywhere. What is it? Oh, something with glitter. That darn orange palette. It is haunting me. Haunting me. All right, moving along. This bag over here has a ton of skincare. I think that's mostly skin and hair care in this one. I'm going to be gifting away. I've tried this down to here, so it's not like I haven't given this the old college try. I'm pretty sure this setting spray came in a Boxycharm. This is the Power Up with Aloe. I frankly don't use this nearly as much as some people that I think liked this a lot. This has aloe for hydrating, witch hazel for clarifying, and electrolytes to energize. I actually have somebody in my life who's been needing some skincare because their skin's kind of going through some motions this year, so this bag is really going to her. I'm also going to be decluttering the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser because I have so many cleansers in that tiny bathroom. I did try this. I reviewed it. It's pretty good and it really feels very refreshing. I think this one had cucumber in it maybe, and that's what the scent was like. Yeah, it's got a cucumbery scent to it. It feels very light on your skin, so it doesn't feel very harsh. So I'm going to be gifting this to someone that I know could use this. Also, Dr. Brandt, I kept getting stuff in my box from them, and Dr. Brandt is not cruelty-free. So I'm going to be gifting away some stuff I've had from the past. I've got some stuff here, but it's not really worth kind of going through so much, but it's the Recovery Sleeping Mask because I do have another sleeping mask in there that I really enjoy. And again, another face wash. Okay, so I have told you guys with Boxycharm, we've slowly been getting studio makeup again in our boxes with Boxycharm. And that was like a makeup line I was introduced to 3-4 years ago from this indie brand. And we got some really good palettes from them. And I still have one of them because I love it so much. This one I got, I think, last month. And this is a much more neutral, approachable palette for anybody who's kind of a beginner with eyeshadows. I have someone that I'm going to be gifting this to that I think would get a lot more use out of this just because of my current collection and how much I already have that are great shadows. I know what formulas I like, but this is a great beginner palette for someone. And I've got a lot of skincare kind of going right now. I'm going to be gifting away this Pretty Filter Waterful Glow Cream. I know a lot of you have said you love this. That's why I know I want to gift this to somebody who would use it right away because I've got so many other things open that I'm using. I want to gift this. I did not like this powder, and I've said that recently when I got my Ciate Everyday Vacay Setting Spray. This is more, in my mind and a lot of reviewers' minds, just kind of like a dewy finish. It doesn't help keep makeup stay on as long as like some of the other ones that we all love, like the Urban Decay All Nighter. Love this a lot for keeping my face together. But I never fell in love with the coconut setting powder that we received from them. If anything, with this, I just think my skin type does not work with this type of powder. I don't know what it is about this product or what ingredient might be in it that doesn't work for me. So since this is still pretty full, I'm going to pass this on to someone with a different type of skin than me to see if they would love it. I'm also going to get rid of the Gigi Gorgeous Bronzer. Do you guys remember me talking about this last summer? I got this from an Ipsy, and I liked how we had like dual colors in here, so I felt like in the summer I could use a deeper tone or, you know, do varying colors. You can make this a contour, a bronzer, whatever you want. I still liked this, but I kept a note on it for a while that with my oily skin type, I feel like it just kept ghosting me after like 4 or 5 hours. So I feel like this wasn't as good of a long wear bronzer for my skin type, but again, someone else with different skin may love it. So I'm just gonna see how they like this. I also never fully fell in love with the sister product to a No Problem primer that I loved. Like, this is the No Problem Prime Essence that's more liquidy. For me, this did not work great, and I kept trying it because I know some of my friends here in the audience that have the bossy pores like I do said it worked great for their pores. I think just between my sensitive, oily, combo-y skin and maybe hormones, this wasn't working for my skin type, but again, somebody with a different skin type would probably love it. I do, however, still love the pore filling primer here. This is the one that I'm still like scooping the bottom out of, the Smooth and Pore Covering Primer. I still like that. Also, simply because I have other serums I'm really working my way through at the moment, I don't want this one to go to waste, and I have a family member that I think would enjoy this. I'm going to be passing on to a family member the Kate Somerville Biopeptide Serums. This is a smooth and firming one. This is kind of a pricey item, like 95 bucks or so. I'm going to be passing this on to a family member because I have so much more that I have over here, and I don't want this to go to waste. And I also didn't notice as good of a feeling on my skin as I do with some other things. So again, always be mindful of what your skin likes and needs, not just what the price tag on something is or what the claims are, because not everything always works for your kind of skin. I also fell in love with the Tony Moly face masks, very much so. So I'm actually parting with one of the ones that I received from a Boxycharm, specifically because I know that the person in my life that really needs some skin love right now would love this. So I'm going to be gifting her the I'm Hemp Tony Moly Calming skin mask because I love their skincare lines. I can't wait to try more from that. So I love sharing with people to hopefully they learned things that work for their skin and discover it. I love learning from Boxycharm, and I love giving back too when it's like I feel like I just have too much, you know? I'm also going to be getting rid of the Juice Beauty Stem Cellular Eye Cream. I tried this for a while, but this one did not do really much of anything for me. This one just kind of wasn't my jam as much as some other eye pieces that I have. Again, I'm going to take that back to my skin type versus others, so I'd rather gift away to let somebody else try it. I don't remember which box I got this one in, but this is the Apto Skincare Pomegranate Mask. I have some masks in there that I really love, including my Elemis Superfoods mask. I love that one. I love one from Pharmacy. This is good too, but I don't see the effects that I really enjoy as much as I do some others. So this I'm going to gift away to some friends as well. And I'm actually going to have some room in my beauty space and in my tiny house bathroom. This is getting very exciting for me. There's a trade-off here. You get rid of things you get to gift away to people to really enjoy it, or declutter expired products you shouldn't be using anyway. And then you're making room for things in here that you do love and maybe open to receiving other stuff that could be even better for you. Guys, thank you so much for kind of going through this with me. I feel like I've been putting off this video for a while because I don't know if they're boring for you guys or if you actually enjoy knowing why I declutter, what I declutter. And I feel like when it's especially a Boxycharm item or something I've told you in the past I've really enjoyed, I want to let you know if I've decluttered it and why I've decluttered it. So thank you guys so much for going through all of these products with me, whether they're Boxycharm, high-end products, or drugstore. You guys know I really use everything I possibly can, but when it gets to be too much and I feel like, you know what, I have tried this and it didn't give me that aha moment with my skin or my makeup or my hair or whatever it is, that's when I have to go, okay, I know this works better, so why not gift away when you don't need to hoard everything? At least I don't. I shouldn't, and I'm telling myself that knowing I'm parting with some stuff that I at one point loved, and now I have other things and I gave it away for a reason, and that's okay to do that. Thank you so much for watching, and if you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel, hi new friends, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on all of these fun, loud, weird, unique videos I do every single week. Bye friends!